Hi, what's up? My name's Quin.
Hi, I'm Jasper. I never read the Bible before.
I've read it a lot. I'm going to read it to him.
Yeah.
It's the whole show.
When, nigga, does that become the fucking case?
It's the Bible.
It certainly is.
So, the Israelites have been cruising around the desert.
Real quick, I just noticed there's dinosaurs going on to the
Well, yeah, because dinosaurs are real.
on the Noah's Ark. There are dinosaurs going onto it on my brick Bible with Legos. That wasn't.
Two of every animal, Jasper.
We can't backtrack.
We can't. We can, like, maybe when we're done with the whole thing, we can have people write in and be like, "What about this insane shit that you didn't talk about?"
Yeah, please do that, because I've actually like done a little bit of like I've heard people talk about the Bible and other weird moments in like entertainment or like in real life, and I really feel kind of upset that we missed certain moments. So yeah,
Really?
if you like we didn't focus on them in a specific sense that
Okay.
I just didn't think about at the time because I was tired or because I
Right.
was drunk.
You're miserable.
Just it could have been any one of
Yeah.
those things. So yeah, if you have questions and you want us to answer them, that would be a lot of fun.
What's
And
up, WNTT on Instagram and Twitter?
Do it.
On those things.
Mail my home address. Send me an. Here's my address. So do that. Email,
So-
mail me there.
You know how Moses and the Israelites have just been cruising through the desert?
Yeah.
Did you have it in your head that like they were just like in like barren wastelands?
Yeah,
like-
when you say desert, I just
Right,
imagine
like the wilderness.
Yeah,
is a
basically
place-
like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon where it's just like canyons. There's a cactus. There's a tumbleweed. Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Moses' father-in-law just swings by for a visit. So apparently there's somewhere that he knew about that he could just pop in for.
Just right off the bat, huh? Just immediately, it's just like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So they're traveling the desert, they're lost. Like that's a whole thing. It's like the whole 40 years thing.
Yeah.
Not only do they run into a person, they run into someone they know well.
Moses
like-
lived with him for decades.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
No, he specifically came to them. Like he knew where they were.
Oh, so he's like trying to catch up, but he's passing. We imagine this it's 600,000 people.
Yeah.
So he's like jogging aside 600,000 people in the desert. Be like,
Moses.
Moses. He's at the front.
Oh,
He's at the front.
Keep going, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I don't see the front. Neither do we.
Wait, it's gonna be a minute for you.
All right,
Yeah, but I would keep going.
Have fun, John. He easily just catches up. Hey, Moses, what's up?
So
Yep.
grab any Bible. Don't open it yet. Any Bible with words.
Oh man.
I'm not going to make you read it. I just want you. I want us to get back into the flow of understanding how ridiculous this is.
All right.
So I just don't open it. Just this. I swear to you, on my life,
Wow, that's pretty.
on my dog's life,
Wow.
this is the whole story that is chapter 18.
Okay.
So Jethro comes to visit Moses and the Israelites.
Now.
He's very impressed by all the cool things that God has done, like the saving them from stuff.
Who the fuck is Jethro?
He makes a sacrifice. Moses' father-in-law.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. He makes a sacrifice. Moses is super overworked, and Jethro asks why. Turns out it's because Moses sits down in front of all the Israelites every day, which we just mentioned was 600,000.
It's a lot of people.
And they talk about all their problems. And then Moses takes those problems to God so God can decide what to do about it. And that takes a long time. And Jethro's like, hey, there's got to be a better way. And he just invents government really quick.
Okay. Sure.
It says that people that are to be the judges that are to be picked to decide on these things should love God and hate bribes.
Okay.
You have to hate bribes.
Yep.
Chapter 18.
What?
So I want you to open the book. I want you to look at how long chapter 18 is. And appreciate the insanity and the words they choose to use to get all of that information across that slowly.
You want me to read a bit of it to like?
I just want you to physically see how long that chapter is.
I want to give them an idea of it though. I really want them to.
That's fair. You can
really
do that.
Just. Oh. Okay. Yep. No, we're just gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna breeze through it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Same story.
Moses' father-in-law Jethro was the priest of Midian. He heard about everything God had done for Moses and for the people of Israel. He heard how the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Moses had sent his wife Zipporah to his father-in-law. Wait, he sent her away and then he came? Nope, can't. So Jethro welcomed her and her two sons. And her one son was named Jasper. Okay, at the time, that's because Moses had said, I'm an outsider in a strange land. The other was Eliezer. That's because Moses had said, my father's God helped me, and he saved me from Pharaoh's sword. Moses' father-in-law Jethro came to Moses in the desert. Moses' sons and wife came with Jethro. Moses was camped near the mountain god. Jethro had sent a message to him. It was said, oh, your father-in-law Jethro, I'm coming for you. I'm bringing your wife and her two sons. We just read that part. So Moses went to meet his father-in-law. Moses bowed down and kissed him. Okay, they greeted each other. Just said that. Then they went into the tent. All right. Moses told his father-in-law about everything the Lord had done to Pharaoh. Jethro already knew that. That's what that's what his sons and his wife were doing to the Pharaoh in Egypt because of how much he loved Israel. He told him about all the land and hard times along the way. He told him about how the Lord had saved them. Jethro was delighted to hear about all the good things that he already fucking knew about and the Lord had done for Israel. He heard about how God had saved them from the power of Egypt. Again, I already knew that. That's redundant as fuck. He said, that's like the fourth time they said that one sentence. He said, I praise the Lord. He saved you and your people from the power of Pharaoh. Number 5, from Egypt. Now, I know that the Lord is greater than all other gods. That is the first new sentence I've had, and it took 11 verses to get there. Then Moses' father-in-law Jethro, just say Jethro at this point, brought a burnt offering and other sacrifices to God. Aaron came with all the elders of Israel. First time Aaron was mentioned. I don't know what okay. They ate with Moses' father-in-law in the sight of God. I got all the way to verse 13.
I told you about everything that happened in 6 sentences.
And this there's 27.
There's what we just did plus a couple.
That was halfway.
Yeah.
That was the halfway point.
Yeah.
Because there's 27 verses. Yeah. And I did
13?
Not get through 13. So. Wow.
So that's how this show works.
In case you weren't familiar with by now with the Bible. It's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna need that shot.
You are. You don't even know how bad.
Oh, I hate tequila too, so that's gonna be a thing.
I'm sorry. Tell you, shit. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I kind of tried to pick like the most, without being a vodka, because I don't like vodka. I was like
That's
trying
fair.
to pick like the most. Okay.
No, I like white girls, so I have to like tequila by proxy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, Grey Goose. Wallpaper is a band that references that. That makes no sense to you. Chapter 19.
I didn't know Every Time I Die was a band until I met you. Like
That's amazing.
I had a conversation about people with people about it the other day. That was a hard sentence. This is what the Bible does to your brain. Anyway, I'm learning about white culture. It's an interesting time to say the least.
It's a thing, kind of.
I like there's parts of like the metalhead community I'm a big fan of.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean I'm fans of large parts of it.
Mm-hmm. Big parts of it. We talked about juggalos on the show, right? How great juggalos are.
Yeah.
I really appreciate juggalos.
I'm just saying that, you know, white culture is kind of like a store-bought barbecue sauce.
It's not the worst.
It's not the worst. It's a basic representation of culture.
Mm-hmm.
There just could be more nuance.
Yeah, it's like you have a store brand barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
and like if you just have that, you're like, oh, this is fine. This is whatever. And then you have like a homemade barbecue sauce,
right?
Or like Sweet Baby Ray's,
right?
And you're like, wait, this is what this is supposed to be.
Oh, I see. So I see how this very basic thing I had is a representation of this,
mm-hmm.
but this one over here is infinitely better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My stepmother, she is on a diet, and she's been on a diet. My dad has diabetes, so that like she tries to like diet with him.
Sure, yeah.
So we used to have like the coffee creamer with like the full sugar and the full fat in it.
Yeah.
And we drink the shit out of that because her and I both like our coffee like basically my skin tone is how I drink my coffee.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Yeah,
it's upsetting.
It's terrifying for most people. But people who like enjoy the taste of coffee get upset at me.
Well, I'm on the other side though because I drink fucking diesel fuel.
Dude, you don't fuck around. Your coffee it feels like it changes my DNA every time I drink it.
Yeah, no, if I get ground coffee, shout out to the Cafe V something. It's a red and white label. It's if you grew up with people from Colombia, like their family drink it. But I will do like that super fine ground. I will do 6 scoops so heaping that it's like disarming a bomb to get it to the coffee filter. Do 6 of those in like 8 cups of water.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
So no, your coffee is fucking. I do like it, but I do need basically.
Well, you do 2 ounces of coffee, and then top it off with creamer.
Yeah, I just basically need a whole half gallon of half and half.
Yeah.
So now my stepmom, for the past like couple of years,
Yeah.
she has been using the sugar-free
Ooh, okay.
coffee creamer, and she is so used to it now. And whenever I go to drink, I'm like, dude, this is not good. Yeah. That's what white culture is. When you're like, oh, I've gotten used to it now, so it's not so bad. I actually kind of enjoy it. But and she said this, she's like, but I know for a fucking fact, if I have regular coffee creamer in this house and I drink it, it will be the most delightful experience I've had. That's what white culture is.
Yeah, no, it's 100%.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Back to the Bible.
So, in more specific detail, now that I've made my point, in more specific detail, Jethro basically says that there needs to be like judges who are part of the society that help people deal with their daily struggles and issues. And he says it should roughly be people that represent groups of 1,050 or 1,550 and 10, I think is what they go with.
Okay.
So like they're just breaking down the society into like a village, a town, a city, a whatever, like a county.
He's establishing
government.
Yeah.
I
was going to say gerrymandering, but that was the wrong word.
No, he's inventing government on the spot. Because he's apparently a mental superhero who we never talk about again.
Oh, hey, I'm here to invent all governments and how our society will run.
Cool. What else are you going to do?
Bye.
Why?
You could do so much more good. Good. Not gonna. There's going to be a band named after me in 2,000 years, and they will be okay.
They say that the people that are judges, I said this already, but I just want to say it again because it's my favorite. Mm-hmm. The people they select as judges should be men who love God and hate bribes.
You did mention the hate bribes.
I did. It's my favorite. The phrasing is great.
I love that because he's not wrong.
He's not. But just the idea that anybody would have a strong feeling about bribes, I guess, is the entertainment for me because I just know they exist.
Hate them.
You'd be a good judge.
I just hate bribes.
Right? No, I don't understand that, but you should get on this bench over here.
Wait, what?
Do you know anything about the law?
I hate bribes.
Perfect. Get up on that seat.
Okay. Two things, guys, real quick before I just want to start before I start this new chapter in my life. I just want to say two things. Yeah. Love the Lord.
Sure.
Hate bribes. Oh, I hate them. Go ahead, try to bribe me.
I'll give you this drink in exchange for your parking spot.
Fuck you! I hate bribes.
This is gonna be
jail.
Nothing.
Or I don't know. Is jail a thing yet?
It is now.
Oh, I invented jail out of my hatred of bribes.
This is how we have a biblical story where a man
cut his fingernails from his hands.
What?
For the bribe. I don't know.
I'm not. We're doing a thing.
I'm married. This is my first day.
I mean, you're going for it, which I respect.
I just hate bribes. I respect that.
I mean,
so
much.
I
get it. Yeah.
Try to bribe me again. See what happens.
I don't want to at this point. I'm afraid.
I'm gonna
I don't want to
do something else.
Chapter 19. God is a baby.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. Doesn't fucking say that in there.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
God, no, this is a good feeling. I like winning.
This story is told, like, we're not going to go through and read this one because we don't need to. It's fine. But chapter 19 of Exodus is like a fucking 6-year-old telling a story. Mm-hmm. The amount of shit that's forgotten and repeated and then forgotten again is mind-numbing. I did my best to edit most of it out.
Okay, that sounds complicated.
But Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
So okay.
And they got set.
But God forgets stuff all the fucking time.
Yeah, no, but like within minutes. Like,
okay. So the stuff that I'm talking about mostly just like I guess the writing aspect of it.
Yeah, no, like he tells people to stay away from a place and then says come up here, but stay away from it.
Okay, that sounds very interesting, and I am gonna need a shot. I know at some point during this part of it. Looking at your notes, I just see that's the fucking that's the meat in that sandwich.
What you don't see is that there's 3 chapters where we're just reading the Bible. That's why there's not notes. Okay. That's why there's one chunk and then nothing. Because there's parts that I couldn't boil down. So this is a very brief synopsis of 19 leading into 20, which is the 10 Commandments and kind of the whole thing.
Oh shit, we're getting close to 10 Commandments.
Oh yeah, no, we're 1 chapter away. We're gonna do the 10 Commandments today.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Wow,
I didn't know that.
I'll probably put it in the thumbnail so you look stupid.
So you got now I'm an idiot.
So they set up camp at the base of a mountain, as pictured in the Lego Bible.
And they just
Moses climbs up to the top of the mountain to have a chat with God, and God jerks himself off talking about how cool he is. He says, verse 4.
Look how cool that lightning is.
It looks good.
Look how cool. That's a fucking great job. If someone told me to make lightning with Legos, I'd be like, I don't know, fuck that, I'm not doing that. This guy went easy peasy. That's incredible.
Verse 4 of the speech, God says that he carried them on eagle's wings. I just think that's funny.
On the wings of love, only 2 of us together.
Yep. So now God's going to keep his covenant with the Jews.
God promise?
Yeah, God promise. He's bringing back God promise, saying now he's going to do the God promise. Now that they're out of Egypt.
The one from like the beginning of Genesis?
So God says, hey, get out of here. And he gives Moses a message. And the message is that they can be God's super special people, but they have to do everything that God says. Like they have to follow all his rules.
Oh, is this when the Jews become the chosen people?
They've been the chosen people for like 10,000 years.
That's what I thought.
Now it's being put in writing.
Okay.
Yeah. So they have to listen to all God's rules, and if they do that, then they're actually going to be God's super special people.
God, you're drunk. Go home.
Seriously. As a kind of drunk person currently,
he's going to be chosen.
This feels like something I would do.
Yeah, right. It chosen, but we've been chosen.
So Moses tells the Israelites about everything, and they're into it. They're like, cool, sounds good. So Moses goes back to the mountain. And he tells God that everybody's good with it. So God says he's going to do super cool cloud magic, and then everyone will love Moses. So Moses has to go back to the Israelites and tell them to take baths and be clean and wash their clothes, because God's going to hide in a cloud and come down to see them. But there's special boundary lines at the base of the mountain.
Of course,
you can't go past.
It's like a video game. There's invisible walls,
and then God's going to hide in a cloud.
You're just bullshit. This is all just bullshit.
If they go too close, they'll die.
They get too close to the cloud?
No, to the mountain.
To the mountain.
But the cloud's on the mountain.
So they can't go to the mountain because the cloud's at the top of the mountain. This sounds like a bunch of horse shit.
Remember when I told you it sounded like a fucking 6-year-old telling the story?
Yeah, because this is all nonsense. He goes to the mountain, and the mountain got a cloud, and God's in the cloud. And God's like, hey, go down to people. And he goes down to people, and people are like, hey, what about God? And he goes back up to God in the mountain. Yeah. I hate this.
Yeah.
This is not.
So Moses goes to the people and says, hey, God's going to kind of come down and talk to you, but he's going to hide in a cloud. You need to be super clean. Take showers, wash your clothes. Also, don't fuck. And then
you didn't say that God would kill them with stones or arrows.
We haven't gotten there yet,
shit.
man. That was the big reveal.
Nah.
This is all the setup for the punchline.
I'm drunk. I'm sorry.
You fucking dick. I'm gonna drink that last fucking drink. I'm not gonna let you have it. No. You're drunk. You're ruining it. We can share it.
Oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble on the show.
No, I think that that'll do me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, so they can't fuck and they have to take a shower. So
Wait. They can't fucking. They take a shower. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because God's gonna hide in a cloud near him.
That doesn't make any sense.
God wants to visit the Israelites, so he's gonna hide in a cloud,
Okay,
and he's gonna be close to them in the cloud.
but he's on the mountain.
Right.
In
But
the cloud.
The mountain and the cloud are close to the Israelites.
So they're at the base of the mountain.
Yes, but not really, because there's like limit lines, so like pretty far away from the mountain, it seems. And they can't go too close to it.
Okay.
And since God's going to be close, they have to clean themselves and like take showers. And also they can't fuck.
Because
But just
God.
for 3 days.
Because
Like
God's
for the 3 days leading
close.
up to it, yeah. I don't know what part of this doesn't make sense to you.
You don't.
It's all. Is there one part that's like really tripping you up
No, it's all of it.
of the whole?
I hate all of it.
So God reiterates there's special boundary lines that they can't cross when he comes down to see them, or they'll die. And the people need to stay away from the mountain entirely. Any people or animals that go near the mountain have to be stoned to death or shot with arrows because they're dirty and people aren't allowed to touch them with their hands.
You said people are animals.
Uh-huh.
What about birds?
Birds are animals.
Nope.
Fuck, you're right. Shit.
It's animals and birds, man.
Ah, shit, I don't know.
Birds are fine.
The birds are fine.
Because the birds fly.
Because they're not crossing over the limit lines.
That's true.
They're flying over it.
Yeah.
It's different.
Different. Also, the birds on the sky. So, like, God's really in bird territory right
Really,
now.
he really is. He's made a treaty with the birds, but it's a tenuous treaty
I
at
want to
best.
read that story.
Right?
God of the Bird Treaty.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to write it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. So, yeah, they can't go near the mountain.
Or they'll get stoned.
Yeah.
Or shot with arrows.
That's also my favorite thing is God's like, I'll kill you by telling people to kill you.
That's why I was right there. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, that's how you die by, like, if you get close to the mountain, like, we've read he could just take a motherfucker.
It's been done.
He's been done like at least twice.
Yeah.
But when you get close to the mountain, he's like, if you get close to the mountain, you shall suffer a terrible fate by the hands of your Lord. Telling people to kill you in a very common way in this day and age. And it shall be written. It's like, wait, you're just going to have other people kill me? Yeah. What are you going to do about it? Pussy!
So then the mountain was covered in smoke because God took the form of fire.
Sure. Okay, fine. This dude's just bored. He doesn't.
Then there was a bunch of smoke. I also like that the book seems to confuse smoke and fire.
Does it really?
Or smoke and clouds, I'm sorry.
Oh, where does that happen?
Well, God keeps saying he's going to come down to the mountain in the form of clouds, and then he takes the form of fire, and the book goes, smoke was there.
Where does it say that?
Several times. So it's been saying clouds up until verse 18, and then verse 18 it says there was smoke because God took the form of fire. And he's been predicting clouds this entire time.
Mount Sinai was covered with smoke because the Lord descended on it in fire.
But clouds, you know?
The smoke billowed up.
Then there were more horns.
Okay.
And God and Moses had a chat.
This is all dumb.
And God comes down to the top of the mountain. Moses goes up to meet with him. And then God says, go back down the mountain. Tell everybody that the special boundaries are in play again. And you can't come to the mountain. Because apparently at one point the special boundaries weren't there. But now they're there again. And they can't come to the mountain. And even the priests who regularly come near the Lord have to clean themselves or God will destroy them. So now he's going to fucking man up and do his own goddamn work, apparently.
No, he won't. You know he won't.
Well, he says he will.
He says a lot of fucking things.
I just like that he was like, can't come near the mountain. Okay, guys, you can't come near the mountain again.
So all of 19 is a waste of time.
No. But the point is that chapter 18 was the fun reintroduction. I told you 6 sentences that could have been 3.5 pages, and now we're back to what we do. You know.
Oh, that was fun.
So first, I'm
like
reading
20 minutes ago when it was fun.
verse 23. I'm reading this straight to you because it's just insanity. The Lord said, the people cannot come up on the mountain. Moses protested. You already told them not to. You told me to set out boundaries around the mountain and to declare it off limits. But the Lord God said, go down anyway, and bring Aaron back with you. In the meantime, do not let the priest or the people cross the boundaries to come up here. If they do, I will punish them.
This is important because this is the first moment so far in the whole Bible that anybody has had any self-awareness. Like, of what's going on. Moses like, motherfucker, you already said this. And then God completely ignores him. It's like, bring Aaron, but nobody else. Like, dude, I know. What did I just...
Aaron is somebody else.
Yeah, but bring Aaron. But don't bring a priest or anybody else with you when you come back up here.
But Aaron is somebody else. Aaron, you know that...
What?
You know that me and Aaron are different people, right?
Of course. No, because I remember that you have a hard time talking, so I let Aaron work with you so he could speak for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. So then he would be a different person than me, right?
That makes absolutely. Yeah,
right,
yeah. You guys are two different people, but yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So
yep.
You specifically said that nobody else, I'm the only one that can come up here.
Yeah. You are the only one to come up here. But I need you to bring Aaron too. So
you see where there's a clashing of ideas?
I don't understand what's clashing here. I need you to come back up here with Aaron. Because listen, look, you seem upset. Let me explain this to you.
I'm just tense, man.
Why?
I'm just tense and frustrated.
If anyone comes up on this mountain, I will kill them. Or I have like the village kill them or whatever. And if they don't, then I'll do something else. I'll just do more frogs or something. Remember the frogs? Do you remember like the locusts and mosquitoes?
Yeah,
and,
I remember all of those things.
Yeah. I'll probably do something like that again if anyone comes up on the mountain. So I need you to come up on the mountain, but also bring Aaron. But don't bring anyone else with you. No priests, no scribes.
Fine.
Just come up on the mountain. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, great, thank you. I just really like Aaron. You know? Aaron's a cool guy. He's just a great. He's fun to hang out with. I like.
Fine.
He's kind of cute, actually. Could you give him my number? I want to,
You're God.
Yes, I am.
You could just fuck him.
I've never done that before. What are you talking about? I've never wrestled with a man all through the night. Just wrestled with him and felt his body against my form. I never descended into earth as a human being and wrestled with a...
I've been meaning to talk to you about the fact that we don't eat hip meat. That just seems weird.
Yeah, we don't eat hip meat, do we? That's a sacred place. It's a tender, beautiful spot. It's just so, it's
the
wonderful. Yeah. I'm God, baby. I'm sorry, you were saying something?
I'm doing my own thing over here now.
Do you want to wrestle?
How many of the 10 Commandments do you think you can name?
I can name a few. Do you want me to do it right now?
Yeah, let's see how many you get.
Okay. Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not kill.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not see a goat.
Did you start to say steal a second time?
No. No, it's a new idea. It was a new. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Yep.
Thou shalt not. Go. How many am I at? Am I 4?
I don't know. I stopped counting.
Kill,
4
steal,
or 5. Yeah.
Kill, steal, covet.
Yep.
Are you sure see a goat wasn't one?
You got adultery, I think, right?
And adultery. So
Yeah,
I got 4. I got 4.
Okay.
Hold on, wait. I got another. Thou shalt not. Go up a mountain.
No.
Lord's name in vain.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So you got a half.
All right. No, I got more. That's
Okay.
they're buried in that Catholic guilt. Thou shalt not Is neighbor in two of them? Is it just the covered thing?
I think it's 2. Yeah, I think it's 2.
Okay, thou shalt not hate Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
I don't think you're going to get this other one.
All right.
So it's so from the top. Do not worship any other gods before me.
Fuck, I know that one.
Do not make idols. So the interesting thing is in my book, like some of them are very just like don't, period, end of story. And then other ones like have their own little paragraphs. You didn't remember any of the ones that have their own explanation.
No, not at all.
So like, well, but like the ones you listed are just commands. That's it. Period. End of story.
Oh yeah.
And the ones that you didn't remember is like, do not make idols of any kind, whether in the shape of birds or animals or fish. You must never worship or bow down for them. For I am the Lord your God. You will not share your affection with any other god. I do not leave unpunished the sin of those who hate me, but I punish the children for the sins of their parents for the 3rd and 4th generations. But I lavish my love on those who love me and obey my commands, even for 1,000 generations.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. That was for idols. That was graven images.
Wow.
Yeah. You remembered the Lord's name in vain thing? God's a cunt, twat, God damn it. God, cunt, fuck, cunt,
Motherfucking
God.
shit, goddamn, I said. Motherfucking shit, goddamn. What? Motherfucking shit, goddamn, I said. Motherfucking shit, goddamn. Ooh. Motherfucking shit, goddamn, I said. Motherfucking shit, goddamn. Motherfucking shit, goddamn, I said. Motherfucking shit, goddamn.
You didn't remember to keep the Sabbath day holy.
I did not remember to do that.
Because...
Oh, no. Stop it.
6 days a week are set apart for your daily duties and regular work, but the 7th day is day of rest dedicated to the Lord your God. On that day, no one in your household may do any kind of work. This includes you, your sons, your daughters, your males, your female servants, your livestock, or any other foreigners living among you. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and everything in them. Then he rested on the 7th day. That is why the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and set it apart as holy. If you work on the Sabbath, you are to be murdered.
That's fucking crazy.
It's insane. We get into actual laws of culture here in a minute.
Okay.
And one of the laws of the culture is if anybody takes a life, their life must be taken in exchange. So working, doing some sweeping up.
Just anything. Anything that could be considered work.
Yeah. To the point where there are certain devoutly strict Jewish cultures where they invented electric wheelchairs.
You say
because
sweeping,
pushing
you say sweeping up.
a loved one is work. Pushing a person in a wheelchair is work, and you can be put to death.
Wow.
So they invented electric wheelchairs.
Is that why electric wheelchairs exist?
No.
I'm about to say.
Because we're lazy.
See. Now this is where it gets confusing for me, because I know that some people of some Jewish people have a. Dude, I'm gonna butcher this, and I'm so sorry. I think it's a sabagoya.
We're doing our best. Go on. Yobagoya is the meat restaurant in the league.
Not Yobagoya. Okay. It's something. I think it's sabagoya.
Okay.
Where it is a person who is basically a servant for Jewish people.
Oh, who's
on
not
the Sabbath.
Jewish.
Yeah.
So they can work. Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah, I forgot that part of it. Where they're not Jewish. Man, that's interesting.
It is.
Huh.
But it's interesting. Well, it's interesting because it says
But they don't get
your
murdered
slaves,
because they're not Jewish. Because
or
they're
your
not,
servants.
Because they're
Sorry.
not chosen. That's what it is. Man, see, Jewish people
We
are
would have
interesting.
called you.
No one. Nope. We would have called you. Didn't want you. We'll take it, but we don't want you.
Yeah. Don't need you. They'll have you. It's whatever.
Really don't need you.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
So this begins the part of this show where I literally just read you. Like we say, like this show is me reading you the Bible. I'm just reading you the Bible.
Doogie.
The Lord said to Moses, "Say this to the people of Israel. You are witness that I have spoken to you from heaven. Remember, you must not make or worship idols of silver or gold. The altars you make for me must be simple altars of earth." We're doing this because like there's a lot in here. Like I can't boil this down.
I'm gonna try to pay attention. It's gonna be tough.
Simple altars of earth. Offer on such altars your sacrifices to me, your burnt offerings and peace offerings, your sheep and goats and your cattle. Build altars in the places where I remind you who I am. I will come and bless you there. If you build altars from stone, use only uncut stone. Do not chip or shape the stone with a tool, for that would make them unfit for holy use. And then we get to dip back into the butt fuck insanity just to kind of even it out. And you may not approach my altar by steps. If you do, someone might look up your skirt and see your nakedness.
What? What? No. No. Nope. 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 No. 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 I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Nope, give me this one. I want this one.
Wait. I bought the shot for the next section we're gonna get into. It has a header that I don't want you to see because I want your reaction to be pure.
Okay.
So I will read what I just read to you from another book.
Okay. Turn this page yet or no?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Okay. Yeah. No. I want that for the fucking upskirt panty shot section that I don't believe is in this book. All right. I just refuse.
And I will give this back to you once I read you the header. For
I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to get it spoiled.
Yeah.
I don't know if this book has does this book have headers?
It doesn't seem. It does.
Okay.
But they're small print.
Yeah, but I would still like skim it by accident.
We would find a way.
You know me.
I do.
You shall not. Oh, dude, the fucking this is so fun. Look at the commandments.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
If a man commits adultery with another man's wife,
don't read that. We're not to that yet.
Oh, sorry.
That's different. So that's actually rules of the law, like what you like. That's actual punishments for like what happens when people break the
we haven't
commandments.
gotten that part yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to turn it back because
2022 is what I'm looking for. Neither King James.
Ooh, after this, just to break the levity of it, I think we should go back over the 10 Commandments and just see which ones we broke it.
Cool.
Like just for fun.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do this at home.
Yeah.
We're gonna go through.
Yeah.
And,
We'll do a little thing.
After I get real mad and take a shot for whatever I'm very nervous. I don't like that you took my books from me because I hate these books, but I have grown fond of my collection.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'm just like, how bad is it? How bad does it get?
So bad. So neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon.
It still doesn't make sense. I just you read it from the King James. Yeah,
I did. I'm going through all of them.
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, you're still reading it to me. Oh, this is fun. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is actually in the Bible.
Yeah. Modern language. Do you want to hear the King James again? Now that you know what we're doing?
No, do it again. Do it again. This is stuff. Okay.
Neither shalt thou go up by steps unto mine altar, that thy nakedness be not discovered thereon.
Okay, that's been absorbed.
Modern language.
Oh man, this is what.
Neither go up to my altar by steps, lest on it your nudity be exposed. I don't know what kind of steps these people are building. Also,
well, they're clearly from uncut stone. They have to be. So it's just fucking rocks. Just regular ass rocks leading up to a fucking another rock that's an altar.
It's taller.
It's a bigger rock. It's basically just fucking a pile of gravel with a rock on top of it. Oh my god. This is a great Bible tattoo, by the way, if you want to do this.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This might be my new Exodus 20:26.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yes.
Exodus 20:26.
Yeah. Because you are keeping a loose.
My cheeks. Okay. Yeah. No. My notes are terrible. My notes are fucking garbage. Exodus
20:26. We do need to make a list, like keep a list of all the Bible verses that people should get tattooed.
For sure.
Living Bible. And don't make steps for the altar, or someone might look up beneath the skirts of your clothing and see your nakedness.
Wait, that's way different.
No, it's the same.
No. Read it again.
And don't make steps for the altar, or someone might look up beneath the skirts of your clothing and see your nakedness.
Yeah, that's different. The other ones were don't walk up the steps. That one is don't create steps.
Neither go up to my altar by steps. So, like, I mean, this whole passage, this whole section is instructions on how to build the altar, right? It started with, like, only natural elements. Then if you do with stone, it can't be with cut stone. Like, it's all rules on how to make it. Neither shall thou go up to by steps unto my altar.
Oh, that's very confusing.
It is, but it's all saying, like, don't make steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was don't walk up to it.
Like, don't make an altar that has steps.
Okay. I was confused. I thought it was don't approach the altar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And you shall not go up by steps to my altar, that your nakedness be not exposed on it.
God, that's so fucking weird.
I know.
I was like, it's pants weren't invented yet, you know. It's just
no, I get that, but like,
but it's still no.
Whose job is to lay under steps all the time? Like, this poor man will be doomed to hell because he'll see vaginas because he's not allowed to move from the steps?
Also,
fuck?
Like, what?
Yeah.
This is very confusing. Why is someone just laying on these steps?
That's what I'm saying.
It's
what I'm saying. Are they laying on the steps? Are you straddling over them? Are they beneath the steps?
Are the steps just made out of mirrors?
No, then you just see your own nakedness. That might be worse, actually.
It's very confusing. Mm-hmm. I don't like what. I can't because we're just gonna. Yeah. I feel bad for theologists.
So, I'm uncorking my shot.
Oh man. I'm gonna take the plastic off at least.
I'm going to read you the header. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna give you a minute to.
I don't like how much preparation is going into
this. It's just really, this is like, I'm probably making it worse than it is. In all seriousness, I'm being more over dramatic than is necessary, kind of for the sake of a joke. But also, this is a thing in the Bible. Exodus chapter 1. The fair treatment of slaves.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do this shot. I'm gonna pee.
Okay. You can't just do a shot after that's. I need to know what happens. Is there anything in here?
Here are some instructions.
Oh God damn it! I'm so tired now. Okay, so slaves.
Here are some instructions.
How do you treat your slave? Well, we start off with a good, I don't know.
No, Johnny.
That's a bad slave.
If you buy a Hebrew slave,
I hate this. Just let's just get through it. Let's just mosey on.
He is to serve for only 6 years. Set him free in the 7th year. He will owe you nothing for his freedom. If he was single when he became your slave and then married afterward, only he will go free in the 7th year.
Oh my God.
But if he was married before he became a slave, then his wife will be freed with him.
Okay.
If his master gives him a wife while he is a slave, and they had sons or daughters, then the man will be free in the 7th year, but his wife and children will still belong to his master.
Good fucking Lord.
But the slave may plainly declare, I love my master, my wife, and my children. I would rather not go free. If he does this, his master must present him before God. Then his master must take him to the door and publicly pierce his ear with an awl. After that, the slave will belong to his master forever. When a man sells his daughter as a slave, she will not be freed at the end of 6 years as men are. If she does not please the man who bought her, he may allow her to be bought back again, but he is not allowed to sell her to foreigners, since he is the one who broke the contract with her. And if the slave girl's owner arranges for her to marry his son, he may no longer treat her as a slave girl, but he must treat her as his daughter. If he himself marries her and then takes another wife, he may not reduce her food or clothing or fall to sleep with her as his wife. If he fails in any of these 3 ways, she may leave as a free woman without making any payment. So that's just some fun stuff you can do with slaves.
Oh.
It's not even everything the Bible has to say on slaves. It's just all we're talking about today.
Is it all the stuff that's like going on right now in the like slaves come back up again? I'm sure.
Yeah, a bunch.
But that's it.
That's it for the slaves today. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, tequila. Ah! Oh, it gets worse. Oh, it just keeps being tequila. Oh. How do people like this?
I think it's okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm glad it was tequila because that, like, if I had rum, I would just enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
I fucking love rum.
I know.
So it's like, oh, slaves, yippee, rum. It's like, no, tequila. You punish yourself after.
So
I still got some left.
I say this.
I
as a
deserve
joke.
this. I deserve that.
So, cases of personal injury. Being very lawyery.
Yeah, about to say, this is fucking HR. This is the HR department of the Bible.
No, but see, like seriously, all this shit is just laws. But like, I just feel like we need to talk about it. Like, it's important. Like, it's in the book. It's,
No,
like,
no,
it's a lot of the
absolutely.
book.
I mean, we can't skip it. That's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
Is that we don't skip anything.
It's all in context too. Fuck you.
Yeah, you guys, we're just jerks who.
Nobody's really acted like it's not in context, but I just want to keep reminding people that it is.
Well, I think it's important because I forget and I'm here.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't fucking say that. Guess what? It does.
It does.
Every time.
99.9% of the time.
You exaggerate so little.
I know.
So much less than I thought.
But that's what I'm saying, 99.9.
Ah, it's disappointing.
Yeah. That's what I do. I disappoint people. So, anyone who hits a person hard enough to cause death. Just that phrase.
It's talking about Rocky 3. When Apollo Creed dies in the ring. Was that 3? I've never seen a Rocky movie. I'm from Philadelphia, and I tried to watch.
I've never seen a Rocky movie or a Rambo. I've never seen a Rocky or a Rambo.
You don't need to. It's just a weird. It's a man who can't speak trying to act. I never watched Rocky because I'm from an hour south of Philly.
Yeah.
So like, I watched an hour of Rocky and had to turn it off because Rocky won. Because I went to high school with dudes like that.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, how's it going? What you doing? Like, what's up, girl? How you doing? Want to get my number? Want to come back to my house? I'm a boxer. I like fucking boxing. I got a fucking cat. You want to fucking hang out? What are you doing? What are you doing, lady? You want to hang out? Well, in Rocky 1, he's easy to understand because it's before, like the whole point like of him doing Rocky was like, the boxing scenes were very real. So he got punched for real during the scenes. So this is Rocky 1 before he got punched for a living.
Got it. So yeah, anybody who kills somebody else is put to death. Period. I just made that so much easier to understand. You fucking dumb shit book. But if it's an accident and God allows it to happen, I will appoint a place where the slayer can run for safety. However, if someone deliberately attacks and kills another person, then the slayer must be dragged even from my altar and put to death. Kidnappers must be killed. Anyone who that's out of order. Anyone who strikes father or mother must be put to death. I like that sounds like a creepy horror movie. Horror movie. Anyone who strikes father or mother must be put to death.
I wish I had a poster of that fucking face you just made. Anybody who strikes a mother or father must be put to death.
Oh, I'll get one made for you. I want a picture of it above your bed.
I'm just gonna put it in every Bible. I'm gonna get like screen printed copies and put it in every single book.
I love it. Perfect. Kidnappers must be killed, whether they are caught in possession of their victims or have already sold them as slaves. How much slavery is happening in this book?
Slavery is like...
It's like the main thing.
Yeah, it's like the
most people's main thing.
It's the Coca-Cola of the Bible. It's just everywhere. You can't get away from it.
Now suppose two people quarrel.
Okay, no, I'm excited. This is great. I want to see where this goes.
And one hits the other with a stone or fist, causing injury but not death.
Yeah, what happens? What do we do? God, what's the rule? What's the rule if someone quarrels?
If the injured person is later able to walk again, even with crutches, the assailant will be innocent.
Dope. I'm okay with that. That makes sense to me.
Nonetheless,
In my drunk brain.
the assailant must pay for time lost because of the injury and must pay for the medical expenses.
Oh, shit. So workers' comp.
So you can cripple me,
Yeah.
but as long as you take care of my medical bills, then we're good.
Yeah.
Cool. This book is insane!
I love it. It's so fun. I'm very drunk. I have not.
If a male or female
enough
slave is beaten and dies,
What? I'm trying, man.
if a male or female slave is beaten and dies,
Oh, I didn't hear that part. That
Yeah.
part's should have heard that.
the owner must be punished.
Okay, good. I'm glad about that.
This was actually in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I love that they quoted it directly. If the slave recovers after a couple days, the owner should not be punished, since the slave is the owner's property. Now suppose two people are fighting,
You already said that.
and in the process they hurt a pregnant woman, so her child is born.
What?
I'll be honest, I didn't read all of this. I just knew we were going to go through it. I don't even know where some of this is going.
Dude, this is like, it makes sense if you look at it as like, this is what people are supposed to do, as like, hey, this is an instructional book about how to live your life. This part is creating parameters. And like, this sounds like a town hall meeting.
It does.
Where it's like, okay, so two people fight, the person who started it gets in trouble. What if a pregnant woman gets hurt? What do you...
Who are you? What are you
Did
doing?
that happen? Yeah, that happened last week. It happened last week to my sister, and the baby. What happened to the baby? The baby got hurt. Okay, so is the baby like deformed now? Nah,
It was born prematurely.
He was born prematurely, and he a little bit dumber than he should be. So like, what happens then? You know, we'll talk about it and write it up in a fucking book.
I'll tell you.
Here are the rules.
If no further harm results,
Yeah.
then the person responsible must pay damages in the amount the woman's husband demands, and the judges approve.
That sounds reasonable.
But
What is a but?
if any harm results,
Oh,
then the offender must be punished according to the injury.
so like an eye for an eye.
If the result is death, the offender must be executed. I love that we give Jesus credit for an eye for an eye. Like this, we're fucking 63 pages in. This book already figured out eye for an eye.
Yeah.
But Jesus did fucking fish magic.
Man, I've been to so many.
an eye is
magician
injured,
shows.
Injure the eye of the person who did it.
Holy fucking shit! Look at that.
If a tooth gets knocked out. I don't know why teeth is a thing for me,
Teeth is a thing for you.
but I hate that.
Have you seen the movie Les Mis?
I've seen the play. I'm unimpressed for the most part.
No, that's fair. I was just gonna mention there's a part in the show where no, it's not an opera.
It's an operetta. I can't remember.
Wait,
what it's
isn't it?
called.
Because the movie did it in an opera style.
No,
but I didn't know
it
if that
is.
was faithful.
No, it is.
It is an opera. Okay, so in the opera of Les Miserables,
I know that because my mom wanted me to be like cultured.
your mom sounds. I want to meet your mom so
My
bad.
mom's awesome.
She sounds great.
But she wanted me to like experience stuff. So like she took me to see Les Mis when I was really young. I mean like old enough to have opinions, but not young enough to defend any of them. If that gives you a rough age range.
You were like 8.5.
Perfect. And I remember like leaning over to her in the show and just being like, is anybody gonna talk? And my mom, being my mom, is like, I don't know. I thought they would.
Well, because I'm sure at that point the Liam Neeson and Jeffrey Rush movie was out.
I'm 31. This was a minute before they made a ton of movies about Les Mis.
Les Mis, the movie came out. Ooh. Because there was the movie where it was based off of the book.
Right.
Because, man, Les Mis is a weird history. Book, musical.
Yep.
No, book opera. Movie based on the book, not
Somewhere
the
in
opera.
between there, Rent exists.
We don't have time to talk about Rent, okay? Don't bring up Rent.
I want to bring up Rent.
You want to bring up Rent? Okay, let's fucking talk about Rent.
Let's talk about Rent.
You want to talk about
Yes.
Rent and how it's a...
Many hours later.
So you remember when we were saying, suppose two people are fighting?
Oh, dude, that was like 20 minutes ago.
I know.
That was like half an hour
That was
ago.
more than that. Yeah.
Fuck. All right, yeah,
So
yeah.
a pregnant lady gets hurt.
Yep.
If her child is born prematurely but no other harm results, then the person responsible must pay the damages in the amount the woman's husband demands. We
Makes
said that
sense.
already, yeah. But if any harm results, then the offender must be punished according to the injury. Oh, we did that. The eye for if it knocks out an eye out. Oh, because I said the tooth thing. Like I said, if it knocks out a tooth, then you have to knock out his tooth. And I was just like, that's too much for me.
Oh, I was going to mention in Les Mis, they take out teeth.
Yeah, that's how. Jesus.
Wow.
If an owner hits a male or female slave in the eye, and the eye is blinded, then the slave may go free because of the eye.
That's what it takes to be a free slave, is a whole fucking eyeball?
And if an owner knocks out the tooth of a male or female slave, the slave should be released in payment for the tooth. If a bull gores a man or woman to death, the bull must be stoned, and its flesh may not be eaten. In such a case, however, the owner will not be liable. Suppose, on the other hand,
I'm supposing away. I'm supposing
that the
all over
owner
goddamn
knew
place.
the bull had gored people in the past, yet the bull was not kept under control. If this is true, the bull kills somebody else. It must be stoned, and the owner must also be killed.
Okay.
However,
okay.
the dead person's relatives may accept payment from the owner of the bull to compensate for the loss of life. The owner will have to pay whatever is demanded. The same principle applies
Is demanded?
if the bull gores a boy or girl. But if the bull gores a slave, either male or female, the slave's owner is to be given 30 silver coins in payment, and the bull must be stoned. Suppose someone digs or uncovers a well and fails to cover it,
I'm getting sick of supposing. Tell you what.
and then an ox or a donkey falls into it. The owner of the well must pay in full for the dead animal, but then gets to keep it.
All right, fine. Sure. Okay. Sure. Why not? Okay, fine.
If someone's bull injures a neighbor's bull and the injured bull dies, then the two owners must sell the live bull and divide the money between them. Each will also own half of the dead bull.
I don't want to own a dead bull. Half or whole. Fuck you.
But if the bull was known from past experience to gore, yet its owner failed to keep it under control, the money will not be divided. The owner of the living bull must pay in full for the dead bull, but then gets to keep it.
I'm just going to shut up from here on out because these are obviously laws they're trying to create to establish society. So I'm just going to not,
That was chapter 21. I've got notes that go up to chapter 24.
No, we're going to go. We're going to do it.
We're gonna go?
We're going to. You forced me to do this.
You were like, just fucking keep going, man. I got this. So into this. I love this.
I don't remember that.
I believe all these words.
Now that sounds like me. I will say.
A fine must be paid to anyone who steals an ox or sheep and then kills or sells it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. For oxen, the fine is 5 oxen for each one stolen. Mm-hmm. For sheep, the fine is 4 sheep for each one stolen.
Sure.
Yeah. If a thief is caught in the act of breaking into a house and is killed in the process, the person who killed the thief is not guilty.
That makes sense to me.
But if it happens in the daylight, the one who killed the thief is guilty of murder.
That does not make sense to me. How would that? That's such a 180. What? So, I mean, that just sounds like caveman logic. Well, it's like, well, God is sleeping at nighttime. That's why it's dark. If you look at the sky and you see darkness, that is the back of God's eyelids. So we're living on God's eyeball? No, you are not listening to me. The sky is darkness because of God's eyelids. We are not on his eyeball. It's very simple to understand. If you slaughter a man in nighttime, it's okay as long as he's breaking into your home. But if he's breaking into your home and it's daytime, you're a bad man.
How?
What?
A thief who is caught must pay in full for everything that was stolen.
Makes sense.
If payment is not made, the thief must be sold as a slave to
Does not make sense again.
I love this so much.
This sounds like fun. All right, this sounds like a good time.
If someone steals an ox or a donkey or a sheep and is recovered alive, then the thief must pay double the value. If the animal is grazing in a field or vineyard and the owner lets it stray into someone else's field to graze, then the animal's owner must pay damages in the form of high-quality grain or grapes.
That makes sense.
If a fire gets out of control and goes into another person's field, destroying the sheaves or standing grain.
Many unbearable hours later.
So God demands that Aaron and Moses and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of Israel's leaders come to the mountain.
Why not just, okay.
But only Moses is allowed to come up to the mountain.
Yeah.
But they all have to come to the mountain.
Yeah. No, I get it. See, the thing is that Moses is the only one allowed on the mountain.
Right.
No matter what.
Right.
Made it very clear.
But you got to bring...
Said it multiple times.
Yeah. But just real quick.
Bring like 1 or 2 or 70 of your friends. But only 70 of your closest friends.
Right. Plus the 4 people specifically that I want.
Yeah, I know. I like them too. I want them.
Yeah,
I want them over there. But like no one else.
Right.
Except for you.
Right.
And 74 of your closest
I've got
friends.
75 seats set aside for a really quick nobody gathering.
I made exactly 75 hot dogs. So
I'm not that hungry.
I can't eat all these hot dogs. Bring you and then 74 of your closest friends and literally no one else.
So the Israelites say okay to all of God's rules. Like everything we just read, the Israelites were like, okay.
Wow. I mean, if this is this is supposed to be
Then Moses wrote down everything God had said.
okay. No, yep, sure. You got it. No questions there. Nope. Just gonna keep on.
Do you remember everything that we just read verbatim?
Yeah, if there's a goat and it looks at someone, you're supposed to kill it, but not if it's innocent.
And then boil it in
then-
milk?
No, you're not supposed to boil it in its mother's milk.
See, this is why we should have been writing it down as we went.
No, because I remember it all.
I feel like you don't.
No, because look,
Okay, let's hear
if
it.
you are walking down an alley and you run into a man who's stabbing a woman,
Okay. Is she pregnant?
haven't gotten there yet.
What if she is?
Well, I don't think she's pregnant.
Okay.
So
what
he's-
if she
he's
is?
stabbing her a lot with a knife. In the
Sure,
stomach. Just
yeah.
stabbing, going down.
Right.
If I kill him,
So she's not pregnant anymore. Got it.
no, she's still breathing. But he stole her purse while that was happening. The
Oh, yeah.
woman killing thing, not really important. Actually, she's a woman. Who cares? But he did steal a purse.
Okay.
Now, if I rip his. If I snap his neck, kill him dead.
Yeah.
He's dead now. I killed him. It's
Well, is the sun up?
excellent question.
See, I'm following you.
You got it now.
We're gonna put this back.
No,
We're gonna
the
backwards engineer
The
this.
sun is not up.
Okay, so then you're a murderer.
No. I'm good.
But
If the sun's up, then I'm a murderer.
right, but you said it was.
I said it wasn't.
No, you said it was.
Don't remember that. I said it wasn't up.
I feel like we should just have God repeat it.
No, I got it. Look, if you have a sandal and I have a sandal, you take my sandal, I get to stab you in the throat. Simple.
I'm just saying 6,000 years from now,
Easy.
this seems like something that could get misinterpreted.
Peasy. And then because you took my sandal and I stabbed you, now your children are fatherless and your mother is a widow. See, I got it all. I remember everything.
Can we
What?
fuck animals?
Oh no, I'm gonna kill you. I mean, someone's gonna kill you. God's gonna kill you. I'm just a messenger. What do I know? You know?
You have a knife. Out.
Oh, this thing? Yeah. Well, that's in case it becomes nighttime. How do you feel about witches?
Oh, well, burn them.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
you get it.
Yeah. I just be honest with you, my feelings about witches are so strong, I feel like my sentence wasn't short enough to express how just kill them.
Kill all witches.
Kill all witches.
That's it.
So after Moses writes everything down, he does a very over-the-top sacrifice that involves killing pure ox and then sprinkling blood on all of Egypt or Israel. And they're saying, hooray, we do the God promise. And so Moses and his buddies and leaders go to the mountain to see God. All 75 of them.
For just a one person meeting.
Yep. He doesn't kill them when they get there.
Good.
He does buy them all dinner.
Wow, that's a
They
job.
have a nice time. My book said that he stood on a road that looked like it was made out of sapphires. So that's nice.
Wow.
So it's cool that he has sapphire roads and his people are eating weird fucking dried up jizz buckets or whatever. The desert. Real awesome God. Then God's like, hey, we have to go higher into the clouds, Moses. Just me and you.
We're going to the clouds?
Yeah.
We're already on top of a mountain.
Yeah, we need to go. So higher up in the clouds, just me and you time.
I brought 74 people.
Yeah, just go ahead and tell them to hang out, that you're going to come with me, and tell them that if there's any issues, then we'll deal with it later, but just not to
Yeah.
fight.
Okay. Yeah.
Just tell them that verbatim.
I just don't really get.
Not asking you to understand, asking you to do.
Oh. Why did I bring all these?
I wanted to have a nice dinner. When was the last time we had a nice dinner together? Exactly.
Didn't ever happen.
I wanted to have a nice dinner party, but now you're making it awkward because you won't tell your friends that you had to go hide in the clouds with me and they just need to wait for a minute.
I'm gonna go hide in the clouds for a minute, guys. Hope that's cool.
It's gonna be fine.
I tell my wife I love her.
So they go up and hang out in the clouds for 6 days.
What?
Then on the 7th day, God does a fireworks show, and the Israelites are super impressed. Then Moses disappears higher into the clouds, and he's there for 40 days.
Motherfucker's been like a month and a half, 2 months
It's been a long time.
in the clouds.
It's been a very long time.
What's he doing in the clouds?
He's getting instructions.
It doesn't take 40 days.
We're not even close to done with these instructions.
I'm just gonna take a nap real quick. You just go crazy. I'm just gonna come down here.
For anybody that's watching this show for the pure Schadenfreude and you know where we're going with this,
First of all, fuck you. Go home.
just know that we are not even going to scratch the surface of the instructions that we've got coming up. I just want to give him a little taste.
It's gonna be down here.
Don't do that. That's bad for TV.
It's fine.
So the Lord said to Moses,
It's hard to get back up now.
that's fair. I feel like you did do that to yourself.
This is my fault, really.
Yeah.
Hang on.
We'll be right back.
Just gotta go further. That way I can get back around. Shit. This was not thought through. Oh, there's a pole in here. Come back. Come back this way. Take this out. This is embarrassing.
Oh, this is staying in for sure.
Damn it. Not a lot of room. Okay, go ahead.
So one more asterisk for the viewer, but also for you.
I need the asterisks.
Yeah. So I normally have like a set end point for these episodes. I will get to a point that I feel like kind of feels like the good end of a chapter in a book where you're like, I want more, but I'm good, so I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna do something new here.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stop until you just tell me you can't take anymore.
Should I look
No.
at-
I mean, I can get through 3 sentences and you can be, fuck this, I'm done. Or you can try to like fucking tough it out.
How much is there?
A lot.
Oh.
But I'm just telling you, like, you tell me when we're done.
Oh god.
This is real. I do not have a set endpoint.
Oh man, I don't. Okay. All right.
So the Lord said to Moses, tell the people of Israel that everyone who wants to can bring me an offering. Here's a list of items you may accept on my behalf. Gold, silver, and bronze. Blue, purple, and scarlet yarn. Fine linen. Goat hair for cloth. Tanned ram skins. And fine goat skin leather.
One eternity later.
The bases supporting the walls will be made of bronze. All articles used in the work for the tabernacle, including the tent pegs used to support the tabernacle, and the courtyard curtains must be made of bronze. Tell the people of Israel to bring you pure olive oil for the lampstands.
Come on.
So it can be kept
How
burning.
far does this go? How much of this is there? For the sake of the show, I have to call it. We're done. That's it. No more of this. Because, like, This is what the fuck is what? Oh my god! Oh, it hurts. Oh, I feel so bad. Oh, it's just like how much? How the coat of the tabernacle, oil for the lamp, garments of the priesthood, the priest's breastplate, the priest's robes, consecrating the priests, the sin offering, the burnt offering, the sacrifice, the consecration, fucking food at the consecration, altar of the burnt offering, offerings of the tabernacle, the laver, oil and incense, appointment of the workmen. Aaron makes a golden calf.
We can skip to 32.
Is that when Aaron makes a golden calf?
Uh-huh.
Dude, how we were at 27, right? Was that 27 or 26?
Yeah. No, it's 27.
Oh, and then at 32 it ends.
Kinda.
This is the first fucking chapter I've seen where it doesn't start with quotations. You give it 2 lines and it goes right back into it, but ooh, that was rough. I hated all of that. That was all the worst.
Well, I think we've made our point.
Yep. Bye. Listen, do something nice for yourself today. You know, just I don't know. Take a walk up some steps. Let someone see your nakedness.
Who's that nice for?
Who isn't it nice for? I want people to see me naked, and I want them to enjoy seeing me naked. Very simple. You guys want to see me naked? I'm not going to do it here, but like, if you want, just text me. My number is... Ladies, I'm awaiting your call. And your touch. Your sweet, sweet touch. Zavod! Come here, boy. Come here, be on the show. Come here, Zavod. Come here. Say hi to the people, Zaphod. Say hello to them. In conclusion, fuck the Bible. How's that for an outro, you piece of shit?